Good morning. Today we are going to do Mission 1, Unit 2, Lesson 5. We are going to continue to talk about our story Out of the Rubble from Off to Class. So, do you remember what new place we visited yesterday? Do you remember where our story took place? It took place in Port-au-Prince, Haiti. Do you remember what problem the community had? There was a powerful earthquake that damaged and destroyed multiple buildings, including their schools. Do you have an idea how they might solve their problem? Well, that is what we are going to learn today. We are going to figure out how did they solve their problem. So let's look at our learning target, which is our goal. I can answer questions using key details about the solution and Out of the Rubble from Off to Class. This word solution means our problem is going to get solved. So let's read and see how our problem gets solved. So yesterday we read that a powerful earthquake came and it completely turned their world upside down. Schools and buildings were damaged and destroyed. The students were out of their routine, and they were trying to get back into a normal routine for the students, but they didn't know how after this earthquake. So let's see what happened. We're going to read right here where it says tent schools. In the days after the earthquake, groups like UNICEF, Save the Children, and Plain International helped schools that were damaged or destroyed set up tents so their students had somewhere to go for classes. They also set up tent schools near camps for people who had lost their homes. When it rained, the tent schools flooded and children had to go home. But on good days, the schools were full. Now we're going to read the section called A Little Laughter. Knowing that the kids were dealing with a lot of strong emotions, teachers wanted to make sure the tent schools were a fun and safe place. Besides having standard classes like reading, math, and French, they played games and sang songs. Teachers also encouraged students to talk about their feelings so that they could start healing. This is a fact. More than 1,400 schools were destroyed in the earthquake in Haiti. School in a box. UNICEF also delivered hundreds of school in a box kits. Each kit contained everything a teacher needs to set up a classroom. There is even a can of special paint that can be used to turn the box lid into a blackboard. Each kit has enough supplies for 40 students to get back to school, at least temporarily. Okay, right here. UNICEF sends the kits all over the world to help kids get back to school after disasters like tsunamis and earthquakes. They also send kits to places where wars keep kids from getting to school. Okay, so we just read about the solution of the school in Port-au-Prince, Haiti. So let's talk about what the problem was. What was the problem from our story? Okay, our problem is that there was a powerful earthquake in Haiti that destroyed and damaged many schools. So what was the solution to the problem? The solution was they built tent schools. And why is this school important to the community? So why was it important that they had tent schools? Give you a second to think about that. Why is that important to have a tent school? It was important because they had a fun place to go where they could still learn. They had the opportunity to share their feelings about the earthquake. It was a safe place. So it was a fun and safe place for kids to go. They were able to keep learning and have fun and share their feelings. So yesterday we wrote a focus statement which introduced our topic. We wrote information about the problem. Today we are going to write information about the solution. So we are going to describe the solution, which was they built tent schools using details from the text. And then we are going to write a conclusion. Okay, let's look at the learning target again. I can write about the solution in the section out of the rubble using details from the text. Here is an example of a solution from the rainforest school. So a solution was they built a new school with solar panels. They built The new school has the internet, computers, and you could also draw a picture of a computer or a picture of school with solar panels. So our solution for the school in Port-au-Prince, Haiti was they built tent schools. Okay, and why was the school important to the community? The rainforest school was important because people learn from people around the world. They can go to high school in Shishwa now. They had classes for adults and they learned to appreciate the reserve. Our solution, why the school was important to the community in Haiti was because it was a safe and fun place for them to learn. They could talk about their feelings. So we're going to write our solution and conclusion today. Okay, let's look at this. We have our information about the solution. So they solved this problem by building a new school. The new school has solar panels, computers, and the internet. Now all the students can stay in their village and go to school. That's the model. That's the example that you can go by. So you are going to take the model and you are going to rewrite that to fit the solution for the school in Haiti. The conclusion, that is how the community solved the problem. Okay, what kind of statement could you write for the school in Haiti? Okay, so in a second, this is what you are going to be writing for your assignment today. Then I'm going to take your writing from yesterday and your writing from today, and I'm going to put them together for your informational piece. Okay, so yesterday we did the focus statement and the problem. Today we're doing the solution and your conclusion. Okay, so now let's talk about what you will write for your conclusion. In your conclusion, this is where you are going to sum up, which means you're going to talk about very briefly what your informational piece was about. Then you have to think, does this make sense? Does the information about the solution do its job? So let's look at this. So they solved the problem by building a school. Is that a very good example of a conclusion? I bet they could add more details to that. Make sure your sentences begin with a capital letter and make sure your sentences end with a period. When you do your writing, I'm going to give you some examples and I'm going to show you the model that you can use to guide your writing. You can take out the information about Brazil and put in your own information that you've learned about the school in Haiti. Okay, let's close by listening to your What is School song.